Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's Throwback Thursday video, I am going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. This is a beautiful palette. I'm sure everybody has seen it, but if you haven't, this is what the inside looks like. I got this palette during the holidays when they released their holiday set. I was so excited because I was on the road to getting some high-end palettes that I really enjoy using. I love the pigmentation, the way they blend. Anastasia shadows are hands down some of the best shadows I've ever used. Yeah, that being said, I do have a special needs child. If you're new here, you'll hear him in the background clapping his hands and making noise. He's jealous of anyone or anything that takes my time from him. Without further ado, and if you want to see how I created this look, which I do want to mention that I did get my inspiration from An Knook. I don't know if you're familiar with her. Oops, hang on. Let me go back. Okay, here's her page. As you can see, she does some beautiful tutorials. If you haven't watched her channel, you should really check her out. I love recreating her looks. So yeah, with that being said, let's get into this tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my Morphe M441 and put it into sphere right here. And yeah, let's do this. Now, one thing about this shade, you do have to go in a couple times to get it built up to the opacity that you desire. Morphe E17 into this Saturn shade. Just pick up a little bit of that. And I want to focus the majority of the color out here. And then with whatever's left, go more towards the front. This shade is very pigmented, so you can see how much pigment I got, and I didn't really even dip in that hard. I forgot how pigmented this was though. You definitely want to dip in lighter, just a quick dip, and do it that way, because I didn't want quite the pigment up here that I ended up on the other eye. So that's why I'm going in. And I'm very lightly going in. This might not be everyone's idea of a summer look, but it is mine. So, there you have it. Going back in with that first brush we used, I want to soften up these edges some, because especially this eye got pretty harsh, and I may have to deepen up this outer corner to more match this one. Now I'm taking this teeny tiny M213. You can see it's just really tiny, and I'm going into Obsidian, and I'm barely tapping my brush in and just picking up some pigment on the tip, and I'm going to start creating like almost like the line where my cut crease would go, if that makes any sense. Barely putting any pressure on my eye. Smoking that out. I just keep going back and forth, trying to get just a good defined line here. Now I'm going to take this E36 from Morphe. It's a really tiny blending brush, and I'm going to dip ever so slightly into Parallel. And I'm going to use this shade to buff out some of that black. And really darken up this outer V area. I don't want my black to be too harsh, which it doesn't take much for black to be harsh. Now I'm just going to take a clean BH number 6 and go over this again, just to make sure we can get that seamless blend that we want. Because I definitely don't want it to be harsh. But you don't want to always make sure you switch off your brush before you do the other side, because if you don't, you can really muddy your colors. Now I'm going to take an M321 back into Saturn, or excuse me, Sphere. And I just want to bring back some of the yellow in this look, because I don't want it to disappear, because I wanted it to definitely stand out. And I feel like I'm buffing it away using all these other colors. Now I'm going to cut my crease and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm going to take this flat BH brush into this Lucid shade, and I'm going to spray that because I really want this to show up. And if memory serves me correctly, this shade was a little hard to get to show up. I spoolied it a little, and not sure if I'm going to regret that, because it looks a little pasty now. But yeah, we're going to roll with it since we've already come this far. Yes. Now I'm going to spoolie that off. And I am going to dip into Pyramid. And I'm going to spray this as well, even though this is a little bit more opaque. But I really want this cut crease to pop. So we are rolling with it. We're going full smoky, sparkly eye. Alright, I spoolied that off again, and I picked up a little of this Eternal shade, and I sprayed it once again. And this is such a pretty coppery color. I love it. I'm just going to try to make it seamless with that goldish yellow, just so we get that like effect. You know what I'm saying? And I want to go back on this side and reinforce this just a little. I just got this BH number 9, a clean one, and I dipped into Lucid for this brow bone area, because I thought it would look good. And I'm pretty sure this is what she used too. But yeah. How you like it so far? Just going to use my Eyeko eyeliner to put a line up. I'm gonna let that dry for a minute. Alright, I'm picked up my M321 again. I'm gonna spoolie it off and dip back into Obsidian and start really, woo, see what I mean about black. See how quick that got way darker than what I really wanted it. I really just wanted to smoke out this outer lash line and fade these in. And yeah, it got a little crazy on me real fast. But that's okay, because I will get my clean brush that we used a while ago and just buff it a little. Try to get rid of some of that harshness. But I do want it to be quite smoky out here, so I'm not too mad about it, to be honest. Okay, so while I'm deciding what to put on my waterline, I'm gonna take these off. As you can see, we have a perfectly cut line there, and I'm gonna clean up this fallout, and I'm gonna do my face, and I shall be back in just a second for you and a little bit for me. Alright, I got the rest of my face done. This is a new lipstick I'm not sure about, but anyway, I'm going to take this little pencil brush back into that black obsidian shade and work it a little bit starting on this lower lash line. Actually, I might switch to this first brush we used because I want to be real precise and try to avoid fallout. Okay, that swept away just fine. Now I'm going to take an E36 back into Saturn, which was this orangey corally shade, and I'm going to work that right along here. And I'm going to go back and smudge over it, over the black with this as soon as I do this eye. Okay. I didn't want to muddy it up too much, but yeah, liking this so far. Gonna take this tiny little BH brush into our very first sphere shade and put that just at the front part here and work it into the orange just a little. Now I'm going to take my little e.l.f. concealer brush. You guys know, if you're a regular to my channel, that I really like this brush for my inner corner. And I'm going to pick up some of this Lucid shade. And I'm going to try to spray it if I can find my spray, because I really want my inner corner. Ooh, I went through that fast. And I'm going to pop that right on my inner corner and bring it up a little so it matches that top, and down a little, just a tiny bit with this on that lower lash line. Because I don't want to totally cover up that yellow, but I do want to have that shoop that I like. Alright, now I got out my Urban Decay oil control. one last mist on my face. That might have been a little too much, but it feels so good. I can't stop once I've started. Anyway, so let me figure out what kind of lash I want to do with this look, and I'll be back with some final thoughts. Alright, so I put on my Inky Minky lashes in Presence with my It Superhero Mascara. And yeah, this is the way the final look came out. And for reference, this is the way it came out the first time I ever tried to do it. And yeah, I think it came out better this time. I think it looks much more seamless, which is something that took me definitely a while to learn. And this is the way it looks on her eyes, on Anne's eyes. She's obviously, clearly very talented. You really should check her channel out. She does amazing. I have recreated several of her looks, and if you would like to see me create more of her looks, let me know down in the description box. I'm always open to try new tutorials. That's what I do here. And yeah, I hope you'll take a moment to like and subscribe to my channel. Me and Thomas would love to have you around for future videos, and I appreciate you guys watching, and we will let you go for now. So lots of love for me and Thomas to all of you. Have a wonderful night or day wherever you are, and we'll see you in the next Teresa Tries Tutorials. Bye guys.